Today I'm playing host to a new friend of mine that I just found in the process of doing business for Akwa Ibom State. She stopped by my office, but after listening to her for a few minutes, I was blown away. She is an international businesswoman par excellence. She's a promoter of exports in Akwa Ibom State. She is a nurse by training, married to a medical doctor. So I don't know how she stumbled and got stuck in international business. But she is with so much passion for business for and in Akwa Ibom State to the external world. She highlighted the current activities in Akwa Ibom as regards things that have been exported and things that could be exported and the advantages thereof. Some of the things that she has by herself processed and produced includes fish powder, and she told me about this particular fish all the way across the river in Eastern Obolu, a specific kind of fish which I'm not going to waste time talking about it. Maybe she will mention our delicacy known as atama, another delicacy that the whole of Nigeria and actually West Africa as a whole have taste for, is afang, which is known as okasi in Igbo land. And another vegetable that is very, very medicinal, not just tasty, but medicinal, is editan. And she told me of the numerous ways that this vegetable can help our systems and things that I didn't even know. And also beyond edibles, she has used local materials to produce artifacts, shoes, handbags, and gift products that I just had to make this video because of this. She is no one else but an amazing woman, Mrs. Alicia Etukudo. Madam, welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Can you tell us a little bit about this journey into exportation?
Okay, thank you. I had a trip to the trade fair organized by Trade and Industry in Abuja some 2 years ago. I was sent by TIC, Technology Incubation Center, to take my products there. And I saw a whole lot of things. And when I went there, I had my packaging in a very simple, unacceptable state. But I learned a lot. I met the head of the present export group I belong to, and she mentored me. And she and about almost 60 other companies were able to ship our products after we have received the FDA, met the certifications, got export license from NEPC, and also got our packaging right and our processing right. So we were able to ship the first batch, and we're on the second batch of shipment. And with that, I was the only one in that group. It's called Export of Unique Nigerian Products. That's the name of the group. The head office is in Abuja. So when here in Akwa Ibom State, I didn't meet exporters. So but there are people with exportable goods. So I was able to liaise with them, connect with the head of our export group. We mentored these ones. And to the glory of God, we have about 8 people, 5 companies that have sent their consignment to the warehouse in Lagos en route to Abuja, en route to the US. Yes. So, and we are preparing more products. So we are also looking for other people that have exportable products so we can mentor them with the head of the export group, Mrs. Okwi, who was here some months ago to visit NEPC and had some chat with exporters and potential exporters, and also visited some of our companies, our factories. So we are working hard to make sure that we have more of Akwa Ibom goods out there. The US market is a big market, and they love our products. And we know that in Akwa Ibom, most of our products are organic. We are not artificial people. We like the natural things, and we value our food. So it will go a long way for us to get out this product out there. They are healthy, and it will be profitable for us, providing more jobs for our people, especially our youths. And when the farmers see that they have off-takers who are ready to pay them, they will increase their farming process. They will expand their farms, and it will also be made attractive for the young people to get involved in farming. So it has an elaborate benefit. And Akwa Ibom State will not just be known as a civil service state. And like I had always tell people, when people come from the north and from the west, they come with loads of goods. So when they are going back, they go virtually empty, or they take palm oil. Whereas we have a lot of things here that they can go back with. So those lorries don't need to go back empty. We need to start doing things, products that they can go back with. And that's going to be profitable for us. So to tell you about the trade missions that we want to get our people involved in, the first one is the one coming up next month, and it's in Germany. Yes, it's in Germany. It's called Fruit Logistica. It's going to involve not just Nigeria, but some other African countries. And we know that Germany is good with machines. Germany is good with agriculture, and they are good in agro-processing. So for Akwa Ibom State, it will be very, very useful for us to be part of that trade mission, the exhibition, because there's the first important thing that will be done will be government to government interaction. And it's not like it's going to be government of Germany with government of Nigeria. It's going to be government of Germany with Akwa Ibom directly, Akwa Ibom government. And that will provide us opportunity and open doors for us to partner, collaborate, exchange our goods and services, and this will bring us more foreign exchange. It will build confidence and trust that Akwa Ibom can produce quality goods. And we'll also have a lot to learn from them. And I also learned that there are going to be farmers who will come with their products to the exhibition, and they will come with their seedlings for us to take these seedlings to our own community and grow them, and they will be our off-takers. That would be great. Eventually we'll get to the stage that we can tell them, can we process these items? And then they will come and set up the factories for us at a reasonable cost. We won't have to bear everything. So that's investment coming into Akwa Ibom State. And that's a nice investment. It's not the one that is the one that involves partnership, and not the one that they come in with suspicion, because we'll be working together. So for that Fruit Logistica, it concerns fruits and vegetables. And then we know that we'll have opportunity to get equipment. And I'm sure because we'll be attending the trade fair, we'll be able to get these equipment at reasonable prices. To also afford us opportunity to see the latest equipment that will be relevant for fast production, adequate management of our products, so that we can avoid post-harvest loss, which is something that is affecting a lot of our products, especially our vegetables, seafood, and other products. There's so much post-harvest loss. If you go to our market, you see a lot of vegetable wastage. But with this trade fair, we can get something that can curb that, so that we save money, and then the labor of these women working hard in the farm, I'm not losing so much. And then the greenhouse thing, which they are going to highlight. The greenhouse, what we have now, it's almost obsolete. We may lose them in the next how many years, and then it will not be producing very well. But when we get there, we'll see the latest equipment, the latest technology that can help us have a proper greenhouse that will give us high yield and will be durable. and then quality goods. So quality products. So we need to expose ourselves to that. And then the waste management, recycling, is not the ones we used to know. There are modern ways of recycling now with new technology that will make it easier to recycle a lot of products. Everywhere in Akwa Ibom you can see waste plastics and other kinds of waste that are not properly disposed. So with that, we can improve our environment, make it safer, we can recycle the waste products more economical, and we can also provide jobs. And generally, Akwa Ibom will be cleaner and healthier. Then there are other things that we need to learn from that trip. There are about 15 topics that will be discussed at the conference. They are so numerous, about 15 topics. I've just mentioned a few. Many others will be discussed, and we will have a lot to learn. It's time we move Akwa Ibom State forward. It's time we don't wait for Lagos or Abuja. We can do things ourselves, and we have few hands that can propel things forward. So that is for the logistical in Germany.
And then what about after harvest losses?
Yes, I had mentioned that. Yes, post-harvest losses. Yes, post-harvest losses is so great in Akwa Ibom. You can see it on daily basis, where farmers will lose their goods. Even the ones that bring them to the farm cannot preserve them, and they will lose. So in fact, one of the ways I take care of post-harvest loss is getting these products, dehydrate them, package them for export. So we can do that for other products that we harvest. Even the fish, that sometimes we can't preserve them, they get bad. But when we have proper storage system and proper processing equipment, technological method of processing them, then we can curb post-harvest loss. And it's going to be good for economy. It's going to be good for the poor farmers who labor so hard but get very little. And then, like I said, the farmers will come with their seedlings so that we can get the seedlings here, plant them, and they will buy from us. So it's a big open market for us that we shouldn't miss. We shouldn't miss. It may cost us money to get there, but what we are going to come back with will be so enormous, and it will be for the growth of the state, job opportunities, then expansion, knowledge, increase in knowledge, and so many other things. Even our universities can be involved, actively involved, so that we can produce graduates that can come out and do something. Not graduates that will move from office to office or look for or be used as political boys. But this one, they will come out and have something to do. And when we eventually set up these industries, they will have a place to do industrial attachment. Because some of them go to offices and carry files, even if they are studying engineering or they are studying microbiology, which has nothing to do with what they study. But when we have these industries, we can have departments for them to really practice what they have learned, which is very good in Germany. Germany has that system that students go to school and they work in industry. The one in the university, there's one I know works in the university and also goes to school in the university and works in Volkswagen. By the time he finished his last exam, he was absorbed in Volkswagen. So we can carry out that system here, and that will help our youths a lot. It will also help the economy, and it will also help our export. When we start producing goods and exporting them, it will help our economy. So that is it for the ABG Fruit Logistica in Germany.
Okay, thank you so much, Madam. I can learn so much by engaging you more, and this is just the beginning.
Yes.
I call this Export 101 and I'm a student. I want to use this opportunity to thank you again, and on behalf of the governor, His Excellency Pastor Mobasieno, I want to thank you very, very much, and I am sure that we will have an opportunity to be involved in that particular event.
Yes.
Now, what about the event in Canada and the United States?
Okay. Trade missions, like I said, is very essential. It's not going on holiday, and it's not going on, I don't know how to describe, but it's actually business trip. So the one coming up in Toronto, it's like International Carnival, and it's going to be a week-long activity where different countries will come and different cultures will come to display their products, their food, and their cultures. So we were thinking as Akwa Ibomites that it would be opportunity for us to take our local food packaged for export, our crafts, and a few other things that we can make from Akwa Ibom, and take it to that place to showcase to the world, Canada and the world, that Akwa Ibom have a lot of crafts, we have a lot of varieties of food, very delicious, and we have a lot of other things in our culture that can make life more exciting, that can even add value to their own life. Exactly. So it's coming up in May, and we hope to be part of it, by God's grace. And what we hope to do in our stand, if we eventually get there, is to have Nigeria name at the top, and then Akwa Ibom. And then we have an MP3 that plays Akwa Ibom music all through our stay there in our local language, and that would be very nice. And I'm sure Akwa Ibomites, when they come there, they will not want to live there. They want to hang around and feel more of home. Yes. When they come there. So that is for the May Toronto Cultural Festival. Right. Yeah, some other African countries will be going there too. And some other parts of Nigeria will be going, but Akwa Ibom should not be left out.
What about the one in the United States in October?
Yes.
I think the trade mission, the United States Trade Development Agency, should actually be more involved. I think they're piloting it, if not. And the interesting thing, Madam, you may know, is that the person that has been appointed by the President of the United States to head that agency is from Akwa Ibom.
Wow.
Yes. Great. So, do you have any information about that?
Actually, concerning the trade missions coming in October, it's very fantastic. It's going to be a fantastic one, a big one, because it's not just a Nigerian thing or Africa, a West African thing. It's the whole of Africa. They want to bring the whole of Africa to America, so that there will be proper interaction, government to government. There will be proper interaction, business to business, for proper collaboration and partnership. We offer what we have, and they also offer us what they have, because America is business with America is in billions. South Africa is heading all of us, and so we need to do something to improve on that. And Nigeria has about, some years ago, it was about $6-something billion business with America. And if you think about it, how much of that came from Akwa Ibom? How much of that profited Akwa Ibom? So that's why we need to be there, to make sure that we showcase our products, meet those people. There will be a lot of conferences for better understanding of doing business, international business, better understanding of production, better understanding of meeting quality standards, better understanding of approach, technology as well, everything involved. So it will be a whole school to learn so much, because it's not going to be a game. Unfortunately, this is being organized by Africans, because they want Americans to know that we have what it takes to keep the world going. And America is a place that we need to showcase our products so that they too can benefit. Actually, they have sent invitations. Even they have sent invitations to our governor, which I hope he will receive it, and your own invitation will be on the way very soon, because you need to be there with your team. Yes. Because it's very, very important. And a lot of you will be given opportunities to speak at the conference, and opportunities to know other countries. America is big, the population is large, and the blacks there are many. And we are not targeting the blacks alone. We are targeting America as a whole and the world. For example, this is Etim. We are going to produce tea from some of our vegetables. The whites like teas. So if we produce healthy teas, they will really, really love it, especially when they take it a few weeks and they see the difference. So we are going to...
What are the advantages, the health benefits of this?
Oh, the health benefits of like Etim, for example, is a stress reliever. it's a good sedative. If you take a teaspoon full of this powder in your warm water, drink it at night, you sleep well. And it helps you have free bowel movement, as if they put a vacuum pump and empty you.
Wow.
So you can never have constipation. If you take this tea for a while, it's going to regulate your blood sugar. So it has a whole, and is a powerful antioxidant. Among all the vegetables we have, Etim has the most nutritious minerals. Fortunately, I've met with a researcher in Akure, who has done complete research on this at the Nigerian at the Nigerian Academy of Science conference. I was invited by the president, and that was where I met the lady who has done full research on this. And there's another lady here, Dr. Imabong Odonsoro, University of Uyo. She has done research on some of our vegetables. So at this stage, it's not just about manufacturers. It's not just about manufacturers, but manufacturers partnering with researchers in such a way that we can produce quality goods. Our researchers don't have to do research and put them in the shelf or write books. If they partner with manufacturers, we can give life to their research work. It won't be on the shelf. Then we give life to them and put them in the market. And that's going to help Akwa Ibom, and that's going to help Nigeria. And we're going to have more influx, more foreign exchange coming into our Akwa Ibom State, that at a time we may be like California, so autonomous and so rich. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madam. I am, as usual, blown away by your ideas, by your knowledge of not just the art of exportation, but also the detailed benefits of each of these vegetables. It is just mind-blowing. But second thought, I'm not very surprised because of your medical background. So I'm particularly pleased to meet you, Madam. As you know, the theme of His Excellency's administration is the Arise,
yes.
Arise agenda,
yes.
With the alphabets representing agricultural development,
yes.
Rural development, industrialization, security, and education. So what we are discussing anchors on most of this.
All of them.
And all of it, actually.
All of them, yes.
Agriculture,
yes.
The rural development piece is, because most of these things are grown in the rural areas.
Yes.
The industrialization piece, because this is going to lead to industries
yes.
of all categories.
Yes.
And then security, definitely, when the young people are engaged, the communities will be secure because yes. they will be involved in one thing or the other, yes. keeping them away from idleness.
Yes.
And then education. Most of these things will help invigorate the education of our youth in the yes. different areas, both in trade, in medicine, and other things. I want to thank you again, and I want to highlight the fact that I don't doubt that my principal, His Excellency, is going to be very interested in the path that we are taking,
yes.
in the journey that we are on,
yes.
because it's not only going to help me as the head of this ministry, but it's going to help the state as
yes.
a whole.
Yes.
It's going to invigorate trade, it's going to get young people employed, it's going to improve our, in fact, international relations, because yes. the more representation we, as a representative of Akwa Ibom, make outside this soil, more and more people, more and more countries will know what we are made of, will know what we have to present to them, will know what we have to offer. I also believe that in technology we will benefit. Yes. You have made mention about Germany. Germany is very, very good in technology. Yes. We had a plan to improve our power, to augment our power source yes. from the conventional piece. We were looking at waste to energy. Yes. And we have a lot of waste here. Yes. By God's grace, we have not allowed it to make our cities and especially the capital dirty. But we have areas like Uyo Village Road where we can convert the rubbish there to energy. So we are hoping that our encounter with the Germans or even with the Americans could bring a turnaround, could give us an intro into a path that will help us secure the waste to energy technology. But at this time, I would love to call on my Director of Commerce, Mr. Etukudo, to say a word, and then we will come back to Mrs. Alicia to say a few words about what we had stated.
Yeah, I'm very happy to meet Mrs. Alicia Etukudo, and I met her, in one of our trade fairs, especially the one in September, which His Excellency, was there, and I can remember His Excellency had a hop, with Mrs. Alicia. We have, a great number of such exhibitors, who are into export, and the Department of Commerce, has gone a long way collaborating with Nigerian Export Promotion Council, sensitizing Akwa Ibomite, linking them to Technology Incubation Center. They learn a lot, and from the filters from the Technology Incubation Center, we have known that a lot of Akwa Ibomite are engaged in export, and that is a confirmation from Mrs. Alicia that Akwa Ibomites are engaged in export, and we discover a lot of such people through trade fairs, international trade fairs, local trade fairs, and so on. So engaging in trade missions will help the states a lot, especially in America, in Dubai, in Canada, and so on and so forth. So we want to encourage more Akwa Ibomites to engage in this, because this is the way that more dollars, more foreign exchange will come to Akwa Ibom, and make people richer and make our youths engage in meaningful ventures, and this will encourage the growth of industries and rural development. So I thank her so much for the presentation. Has been excellent. So I thank the Honorable Commissioner too for giving her audience. I was very hopeful when I spoke with her, a few days ago, and immediately I called the Honorable Commissioner. He was very happy, to meet with her, and I believe the presentation has been a very successful one. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I just want to piggyback to go back to Ms. Alicia to say a few things about waste to energy technology.
Yes.
If you think we'll be able to benefit in that regard, if we approach the Germans.
Yeah, I think that will really be a great benefit for us if we interact with the Germans, see the method they are using, and see how we can bring that in, how it's going to be okay with our environment, because waste is causes environmental hazard, it causes health hazard, diminishes the lifespan, and also affects the young ones. It affects the mother who are pregnant. They can get, breathe polluted air, and it can affect the baby. So it affects the future generation, the generation unborn, makes the land not useful for cultivation. So a lot of emission of wrong gases and all that. So waste management is something that is very essential. And if the Germans, if we meet with them, very knowledgeable people who are ready to learn, be on the trip, and we learn what they have. Like you said, the space there, in that place you mentioned, can be used. These days it's not just massive equipment, but high tech that can do a lot of work within a short space and give better results, so that we can have useful products from the waste. Like now, a lot of agricultural waste are used to produce gases that are used in cooking. So apart from the plastic waste, we can also get agricultural waste that we can produce cooking gas, which we don't need to wait for NNPC.
Right.
I mean, now most people have boreholes, so we can also do it in such a way that we have different centers that produce these cooking gases from the agricultural waste, and then we take our cylinders and fill them. We have those points, and that would be great. We'll become self-sustainable. That's why I say to get to a stage that we don't need to wait for others, but others will come to us. Then for the export, we have Ibom Air, which is very effective carrying passengers. But by the time our exports increase, we will need cargo planes.
Right.
Cargo planes that will not just bring cargo from outside, but will take cargo from here, you know, to wherever, where they are further taken to different places. And while we are expanding on the scope of exporters, when Ibom Seaport comes up, it won't just be for us to receive goods. When they bring in their goods, we have something to fill those vessels. The vessels don't need to leave empty, because they will charge us for bringing the goods, charge us for taking the empty vessels. So we will have something to put in those vessels, and the vessels will go out, and that will balance the economy in such a way that we don't lose. So I thank you very much for this opportunity, and I know that God will continue to unfold more for us, because Akwa Ibom is ready to help us, and we'll get there. We'll all arise in different dimensions. If you see the logo for Arise, it's like this, which means that we are going to spread in different dimensions. Yes, it means we are going to spread in different dimensions, and that is it. And we thank God, God is going to cause it to work out. And we have a governor who is zealous in making sure that that happens. Thank you so much, Dr. John Etim. It's been nice meeting you here and your director, and I thank you for giving me audience. For me, this is my first time, and it's very unique. And I thank you very much, because I had the opportunity to speak with African entrepreneurs of African incubators. No, it's African incubators and innovators. They had a conference in Abuja, and I went with our product. To my greatest surprise, I was given the award as the best exhibitor. I was advertising Akwa Ibom products, and I made them realize that our company is a link between the rural women farmers and the researchers. And so we are going to do more, train more people into export, and we'll get Madame Okuyeffion, the head of our export group, who has carried more than 60 companies to America. She's going to come to Akwa Ibom sometime, and we're going to have a good training with the FDA official. Is going to come train our people so that we'll be well certified for the work. There's a lot coming up to Akwa Ibom, which we can walk through your department. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You know, you just directed me to realize that there is also an Arise logo on the front. I didn't realize that. So thank you so much. I want to thank you for the passion, because I can clearly see that you're not doing this for money. It's passion. You're fired up from inside. And by God's grace, we're going to work together to make a difference. That's all we can ask for. And I'm very sure that we'll get the support of our principal, our governor, who is very trade friendly. He himself, as you know, is a businessman. By his background is business. So when he sees business with a lot of potentials, or a direction, a trend, an effort to invigorate business, I have no doubt that it will give us the necessary support. Thank you so much. God bless you, and I wish you journey mercy.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.